Because of Proposition P, which came out of the community, which was a policy, and it said, we want to clean up Bayview, Hunters Point, Shipyard to unconditional use. 287,000 people in San Francisco passed that ordinance. Over 87% of the people passed that ordinance. Every time we raise our voices, and sometimes it seems in vain, but people are listening, and we can't take any prisoners. When you talk about terrorism, I wonder about the Navy and terrorism. It almost seems like terrorism right here in our community. So folks, nationalism starts at home.
They try to make it look as if our neighborhood should be a ghetto. We are not ghetto. We are extremely sophisticated. We can't sit here and wait for you all to have your discussions and your meetings and your diagnoses and your diseases. We have to raise capital. We have to start buying real estate somewhere else on the earth, not next to a brownfield or a dirty area. We have to build our homes for our seniors, and then we have to build homes for ourselves. Then we have to build our own economics. We have to create for ourselves.
It's been a war, man. It's been a war over here going on, you know, since the beginning. You know what I mean? Because the war on poverty, the war on the conditions that exist right here is prevalent as it is now as it was then. This is not by accident. This is by design.
I've been here all my life, all 17 years of my life, and all I can say is that there's certain things that definitely should be changed, and that definitely need to be changed by us, by the community, because the Navy, for instance, PG+E, they don't want to change it. They want to keep things as they are right now. By law, the power plant's breaking the law in a number of ways. First thing, those stacks. You see how short those stacks are, right? According to the law, those stacks should be above the housing on any housing nearby. Simply because, why would you want poisons blowing into your house? There's the fact that that power plant, it's supposed to be shut down, but it's still open. All right, now Bayview Hunters Point has an epidemic of asthma. 1 in 5 youth has asthma. Now, how are you gonna go to school when you can't breathe? Now, the company I work for, Literacy for Environmental Justice, LEDGE, we in partnership with Green Action, we put on 2 events to try to get the power plants closed. At one event we had some 200-some youth right there. At another we had 100-some youth. And the whole point is we want to get youth involved so that youth can take over the struggle, and if necessary, their children take over the struggle. If necessary, their children take on the struggle, so that we can stop it. Because that's the only way, is persistence.
So the problem out there has never changed. It's white supremacy as far as economic, and everything else follows.
The African American community spends about $500 billion in corporate America. If we turn that money around, we could be sustainable ourselves. If we spend that money on African American businesses, we're not teaching any of our young people the career trades that we need to have them so badly involved in. Economically, the community is dying. We have development brewing in the community, and not a lot of our young people are participating in any of the areas of career choices, apprenticeships across the board. And we're trying to work with contractors like Muni and Mission Bay Catellas to make sure that they stand up, because they are the prime contractors, and they need to make sure that those subcontractors sponsor some of our young people across the board.
People don't like to talk about sewage treatment too much, but it's a big issue here. Our sewage treatment plant processes 80% of the sewage for the city of San Francisco. We need to know that all of this building that's going on in the Mission Bay, and any new hotel, any kind of development that goes on in the city of San Francisco, includes how are we dealing with the sewage? This is one of the few areas of San Francisco that has huge swatches of empty land. We have empty space on the waterfront here, and we need to come together and decide how we as a community want that waterfront used so that it's ours, so that outside developers don't come in and put high-rise lofts. The families are really what are the catalyst for responsible change and good growth, and that what we want out here are family homes, and more family homes, and what we want are neighborhood serving businesses.
for joining us.